Okay, I now have Jennifer Johnson and Steve Johnson from Kalamazoo that would like to come up together.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee members, for this opportunity. My name is Jennifer Johnson. I am one of the 4 June 7 Kalamazoo bicycling tragedy survivors. For those unfamiliar with the event, 5 cyclists were killed and 4 of us survived with major injuries when run down by a driver on our weekly Tuesday night bike ride. In addition to being an avid cyclist, I'm also a mother of 3 young boys, ages 4, 10, and 11. I'm a wife, a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a colleague, a friend, and an active community volunteer. I respectfully request your support of Senate Bills 1029, 1030, 1076, 1077, and 1078, which provide accountability and consequences for negligent drivers, as well as increased drivers' training, education, and awareness to promote safety for vulnerable roadway users. You have the ability to make a positive difference and save lives with your support of these important pieces of legislation. On the contrary, inability to act would be another tragedy and cost more innocent people their health and well-being. I wish I could state that cyclist vehicle accidents are uncommon and that this was a first for me personally. Unfortunately, neither of those statements would be true. Reality is that accidents are increasing, but these bills can prevent more accidents and enable cyclists to return home safely at the end of a bike ride. Consider the magnitude of an accident. It's not just those directly involved that are impacted. First responders and the greater community are forever changed by accidents and tragic events. Recently, the June 7 survivors had the unique opportunity to meet with all the first responders that helped us on the night of the accident. Those brave men and women are our heroes. They shared with us that we did everything right. We wore helmets, protective gear, bright clothing, we used mirrors, reflectors, blinking lights, and we obeyed all the rules of the road. Now is your chance to be our hero. Now is your chance to do the right thing. In conclusion, I always try to look for the good in all situations, including tragedy. I hope and pray that no one else has to experience an event similar to the night of June 7. I am optimistic that the lives of my dear friends, Larry Pollock, Tony Nelson, Deb Bradley, Suzanne Sippel, and Melissa Fevick Hughes, will be used as a catalyst for positive change. Please do not allow their lives to be lost without purpose. Please act to create education and accountability for roadway users and to keep vulnerable roadway users safe. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Johnson. I'm here to speak today to kindly ask for your vote of approval on Senate Bills 1029, 1030, 1076, 1077, and 1078. These bills make some small, simple changes that have potential to save lives and prevent injuries of cyclists and other vulnerable roadway users in our wonderful state. I've been involved in cycling on a professional level for 25 years of my life. My involvement has included being a bicycle shop mechanic, salesman, manager, and owner. I've also been a sales rep as well as leading weekly group rides. I know and believe in the Michigan Vehicle Code as it pertains to bicyclists and have taught many others to follow these laws. Throughout these years, I've known countless people who have been hit, wounded, or killed by motor vehicles. On June 7th this year, the weekly group that I lead, the Chain Gang, was struck by a motor vehicle, leaving 5 of my friends dead and 4 wounded. I have a fond love of cycling, but I want it to be safer. Please, I'm asking you, help to make it safer by passing these 5 bills. I really want to stress today that cyclists are people, human beings. We're not just words on paper or annoying obstructions on the road. We are moms, dads, sons, daughters, husbands, and wives. We are people, and all people matter. Lives matter. I really believe that these 5 bills can ultimately protect the lives of cyclists. Of these 5 bills, the one that I believe can make the most impact is Senate Bill 1078, mandating that at least 3 hours of information be taught in driver's training concerning the laws pertaining to bicyclists and motorcyclists. It is unfortunate but very common to have an encounter with an uneducated motorist who incorrectly believes that bicycles are not allowed on the roadway. These uneducated drivers like to show us we are wrong by passing too close, throwing things at us, scaring us, and even bumping us. With proper education, this conflict could be brought to peace. Senate Bills 1076 and 1077 would require a minimum of 5-foot distance when passing a bicycle. I believe that 5 foot is a safe distance. To put this in perspective, I invite you to imagine standing next to a 55-mile-an-hour road with your back to traffic only being a few feet from the passing cars. My arm stands out about 3 feet. Remember that your back is facing traffic, so you can't see the cars and trucks coming. I hope you would agree that this would be and is to a cyclist a very nerve-wracking experience. The 5-foot passing rules and the education to back them up would most certainly make cycling safer. Lives would be saved. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today and hope that you will consider my testimony when making your decisions regarding these bills.
Thank you. Seeing no questions, thank you very much.